How's it going, everybody? It's been a long time since I posted anything on YouTube, and there's a reason to that. I am dedicating myself to Twitch streaming. And with that being said, this is a request from a friend of mine who is also a streamer, and I'm just going to show him how I've set up my Streamlabs OBS right here in the corner, and I'm just gonna basically just try to help him out. So this isn't really like gonna be super technical because I don't really know everything about Streamlabs, and I'm actually recording this and talking about this at the same time. So I'm gonna bring my screen over into here, and we're gonna bring everything up. But yes, this is for a streamer friend of mine called Uncanny Chaos. He is an awesome first-person shooter gamer. He plays a lot of Apex. I've seen him playing some Siege before, and I think he's playing Modern Warfare now. As for me, I'm a variety streamer. I play anything from Apex to classic games to popular games, platforming, you name it. I play it as long as I enjoy it. So, without further ado, this is basically my setup right now, as you can see here. Streamlabs OBS. Now, there is a difference. Some people call it Slobs, but from what I heard, there's another program called Streamlabs. So if you're using Streamlabs, go somewhere else. I'm sorry, I can't help you. But if you're using Streamlabs OBS right here in the top corner, hopefully this is some useful information for you, because I've learned everything by myself. And yeah, this is going to be fun. So I think what we're going to break down into first is I'm just going to show you how everything runs right now, and whatnot. So like, I have my very own starting soon screen, and this is my personal preference, but I like to have this little image right here, with my own personal created thumbnail that I make that shows the game I'm playing. So when I have my starting soon run and I'm getting everything set up, I'm tweeting, putting that, I'm live out there in the internet, this is what people are looking at. There's a nice little theme music that plays for them on a constant loop, and you can set that all up here. Then we got the Be Right Back screen. Ooh, sorry about that. And then I have two different live scenes, and I kept both of these because the reason they're different is if you can tell. Let me get rid of that bar because that's useless information. I've got information stuff, top tips, top donations, cheers, which are bits, the latest follower, my latest sub, just silly little information like that. And then I also have it here. So it just depends on how the game's laid out. Will depend on how I put these in. But they're quite useful. And then I also have this thing, which right now, this is just a simple little just chatting thing here. Oh God, I am a fucking wreck. Yeah. So in this one, there's a chat box right here so people's chat can come up. And it's just like what I use this page for is just like when I'm done, I want to chit chat with my audience, talk about, upcoming games and stuff. This is kind of maybe my, like, the stream is ending, or I'm about to switch games or something like that, just silly simplistic stuff. But yeah, that's basically just showing you how I've got things laid out. So, basically what I want to do, and I apologize for that long rant, is we're just going to straight up start from scratch, and I'm just going to build a thing to show you what I do, because this can get complicated. So right here on the second button on the left-hand side, if your OBS is updated, it shows you themes and widgets. Now, the widgets are like your following and donations and stuff. And then your themes is what you saw there with my little black bars and stuff. There's something I got to stress is you got to look out for that prime. What it means is when they want you to do Prime, and let me click on it, and it should say it's probably going to stop me. Yeah, just like I thought. It brings up this, and it wants me to join Prime for $12 a month. Me personally, being a super small time streamer, I cannot afford $12 a month for Streamlabs Prime, so I don't get it. They are semi-cooler themes, and they show you like what you're gonna get. Like, this is the layout. These are all the extra stuff. A be right back, an ending, a starting soon, and then this is kind of the layout and whatnot. But there are free themes. Now, back to listing. You always want to click the back to listing part when you click these so that you don't screw up everything. So you can go here and you can click this little area right here for free. And this will sort out all of them that are free. Now, I use Nerd or Die right here, personally. But there are tons of different varieties to express yourself and set that tone of your brand as a streamer. So let's see, we'll just go with something. So yeah, see, I use these two. I use the Predator stream package. I really like them very much. These are by Nerd or Die. I'm hoping he makes some more color palettes, but right now I have both of these. The orange one was a last second creation for Halloween, and the red one is my current theme right now. But yeah, we're gonna go with the Arcade Pop here. Actually, let's do that one by Nerd or Die, and they'll give you this little preview, and you can see everything here. I do really like Nerd or Die. Just the simplification that he or she does for these is very nice. But you can go with any option you want. But for training purposes, I'm going to show you. So we're clicked on the install. It's installing. It's going to add this, boop, right up. Now, he has this welcome sign. The Nerd or Die has this little welcome thing right here on the bottom left-hand side. Basically tells you to delete it. But he basically shows you everything that's going on. This full version includes animated... Oh, you can download the full featured animated version at Nerd or Die. And it's just some animated features, probably a lot of neat little texts and stuff that come in and whatnot. But you don't have to worry about that. You can go down to here, click remove, and then hit yes. Now, on the left-hand side is your scenes, and to change back and forth to them. And as you can already tell, there's this nice little transition effect happening. If you don't have a transition effect, it's just going to pop up the screen itself. And to change that, you can go here to edit scene transitions, and then you can change the transition type that you'd want, or you can add in a transition type. There's different transition types that you can go with, whatever makes you feel better. If you want the duration to last long, you can change it to 900. And now the duration will last just a tad bit longer. But yeah. So that is your scenes, and you're able to change into these scenes when you're done. So like when you're starting your stream, you can have this going on. When you're about to end, obviously, you're be right back if you got to go do something real fast. You're chatting with your group, chit-chatting, talking to them personally, one-on-one, and then the in-game scene here. And then he also has icons, so like if you needed to add any more information, you can copy these, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can copy these, like copy the Instagram, and go over here, and you can hit paste. And boom, there's the Instagram logo. Now, and then you can like set it here, and you can set up your Instagram account information. So just extra little silly stuff that he puts in that I think is very nice and very neat. All right, so getting on to this, basically the stuff is straightforward. Just double click is what I usually do. I think you can click here and go to properties also, and it'll bring up all the information here. In the text box right here, you can change your name. So we'll just type in, I can't spell, Looty Booty Gaming. And then you can change your font. Downside I don't like about this, changing font, you don't know what you're getting until you click it. I'm not a real fan of that. But you can change it up to whatever you want. There's a good chunk of change in here. If there's a certain font that you like, I would probably try to write that down or go with it, or write it down so that way you have this like fluidness with your stream. Because I'm silly about stuff like that. But yeah, boom. You can also resize it right here. So there's not really much to change. Like if you see, you can click into the schedule thing, and then right here you see you can click these individual tabs so you can change. So there's a schedule day 1, schedule day. Real simple to do. Just go into properties, change your time. Like, oh, Sunday you can't stream at 11 a.m. You can only stream at 23 p.m. And then you can hit done. I'm trying to think of other things because this is pretty simplistic. Then you can bring that tab in. Now your socials. Here's something. Maybe you don't have a YouTube channel. Well, that's simplistic enough. Just hit delete, and it's gone. And then go to social, hit delete, and it's gone. But you do have your Twitter and you do have your Twitch, so you can go in here and type in your Twitch URL, which obviously I'm Looty Booty Gaming, so type in Looty Booty Gaming. Same thing with the Twitter handler. Now, see, my Twitter handler was different. I went with Looty Booty Nick. So, see, that's a simplistic thing there. I mean, if you search up Looty Booty Gaming, it does come up still. But, yeah, that's my Twitter handler and stuff. So, there's information and whatnot for people to see. I'm trying to think of other things I could do. So, yeah, that's basically the simplistic stuff to that. Now, you notice my mic bar here is going up and through the roof, spiking in that red. That's because all your scenes start out at max volume. You don't really want it at that. I usually shoot for about a 20-ish area. Play around with it. Just watch how your bar goes. You really don't want to spike in the yellow. I've listened to some of my streams in the past where it has spiked in the yellow quite a bit, and it sounds god-awful. So you want to find that sweet spot. Same thing with desktop audio. You want to, most of the time, from what I've gotten out of feedback from my people, they want the game audio to be quieter. They want to be able to hear that streamer, basically because you're entertaining and you're trying to give them that entertainment. So they want to be able to hear you because, some of them might have already played this game or they know what's going on, but they want to watch you struggle and fail at Dark Souls 3 trying to fight that boss for the 15th time. They want to hear you rage getting out-camped by other campers in Call of Duty. So, we are going to move on to another thing that I found quite a bit of a pain. So this is your live scene. Now for him, he's just showing he's got a 3x supporter and a 4x. So it looks like the difference is he's got a top cheer in there, and it looks like the follower thing disappeared. Okay, so yeah, there's new followers, and then there is the top cheer. So it just depends on what you'd want. I'm pretty sure you could probably go to one of these stacks and you could click on, not new tip, the subscriber one, and the subscriber, what? Oh, that's the wrong label. Interesting. All right, we're just going to go with this one. So, basically, and how he has this set up is basically you just decide which webcam you want. Most people go with a 16:9, not the 4:3, but it just depends on what your webcam is. If you do have one, I have the Logitech 720p. I think it's $20 at Best Buy. It's a super nice webcam, but we're gonna delete that webcam because I don't really want the 4:3. I want the 16:3, and then I'm going to click this one because I really don't want the stack. I want the horizontal, and we're going to delete the stack. Okay. Now this stack here, click it, click the bar down below. That way you can move the whole thing, because for this, I want it up there. Now for the webcam, how do we get our webcam up? Pretty simplistic. There's a plus sign right here, add new source. Now, this is where it gets disgusting. There's tons of widgets that you're allowed to like have on screen and all that, and you can hide these widgets and bring them out and all that stuff. But the essential one is the alert box, and there should be like, yeah, they should show little dealios, I guess you could say, of what's going on. The event list is pretty cool too. I think it's neat. Some people use them. Let's see, Stream Boss, your viewer count. If you're streaming to multiple platforms, you could see how many people are streaming from YouTube or watching you from YouTube Live, and you can see how many people. Oh, wait a second. I want to say that. Yeah. Okay, so you can watch and see how many people are watching you from Twitch and how many people are watching you from YouTube Live. Credits. That's kind of funny. I like that. I might put that at the at my ending at some day. That's neat. I didn't know that was there. So anyways, as I got sidetracked, and I do apologize because I know there's one person for sure that's going to be watching this. Uncanny. I apologize for the rant. You're probably pulling your hair out because who knows what you know about Streamlabs and what I'm already telling you that you probably already know. So anyways, you want to make sure you have an alert box. Add the source. Now it's going to bring you up this. There's a lot of editors you can do. I think you go to source here. And I'm trying to think. I don't remember what exactly you can do. Should make a chime. I know that. You can edit the layout. Oh, wait. I don't think you can edit. Yeah, there we go. So you can have it in front of the zombie run-in. Silly stuff like that. Now that's massive. And that's what people are going to be seeing when you get a follow. Oh, and it's changing. Oh, it changed to the last one I wanted. So yeah, we can minimize that, bring it down to a nice size. You got to remember you want it decent, so like I usually do about this size, give or take. So yeah, now when you get a follow or subscription, anything that goes on, this little guy is going to pop up on screen for everybody to see. Someone in chat donated 500 bits, or you got rated or hosted with 1,400 viewers. I fucking wish. So yeah. Now we're going to set up the webcam. And that is video capture device. Yes. Now, you can click this, delete, type in webcam. That way you know that source is your webcam, because I'm going to show you something here. And, see, I already brought up the webcam, and it's bringing it up to the webcam's default. But I can change that to custom. Oh, dear God. And go for 1280 720. And then you can change your frame rate issue if you want. It's silly, simplistic shit. And all that jazz. So, super big on my face. Hooray. I'm going to squeeze that down and squeeze it to size. And that should be size. But it's not fitting. I'll be darned. That's because the webcam, this is your layers. And your webcam is now on top of the layer that is there for the frame. So you just want to drop it down below. As you can see, that little white line. And boom. Now we're inside the frame. Huzzah. Alright. So there's that. Now we got to show off our game. And I don't have the Elgato plugged into my PlayStation. And I have it plugged into the PC to be able to record this 20-minute video. Oh my freaking God, this is going to be a long one. So you want to go to Game Capture. These are for built-in Elgatos. We got Display Capture, which just displays what's going on in the monitor. I use this. There's also Window Capture, which if you play a game, you can select the window that you have. I've been having fits with it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I don't really use it a whole hell lot. But it's there. So just depending on your preference, they both act differently. We're going to go with the Display Capture. Just add the source. I don't change the name. And as you can see here, it's doing this telescopic effect because it wants to display. It wants to capture the display on this one. I have two displays, so it could capture this one, which is showing off my other screen and what you guys are watching right now, and the tunnel effect, or it can show this screen, which is my Elgato recording us right now. Is my Elgato capture and my other monitor. Anything now. You want to reshape the size so it fits in your screen, because it's not going to show everything that doesn't fit in the screen. So nice reshaping. Boom. Bring it all the way down to the bottom. All of these. Alright. So now you can put a game up here and you can start playing, or you can surf the internet with your followers and whatnot and have a fun old time. We're going to the window capture because it is different. Add source. Window capture. Now, window capture comes up. Here is the pain in the butt part about window capture that I'm not a fan of. Let's see if I can bring up. I should be able to bring up a game. I'm just gonna type in. What game will come up real fast? This should come up on this monitor. Okay. Oh, we gotta let it load. Oh, I'm turning the webcam off. Ah! I'm sick of looking at myself. Okay. Now. If it would work. Okay. I'm going to bring that out of the way real quick. There's an option that you want to click for most of your games called borderless. For some reason this one doesn't want to work, but you can change it to window. Okay, click and apply. And now I have a windowed version of the game. So, you guys can see it there. But we got to get it onto this. So we're going to hide the display capture. bring up the window capture, go to Properties, and you select the window here. And it should come up, and this is where I hate this fucking thing. I think window title must type match. Yeah, and there we go. We select Graveyard Keeper, and hit done, and there it is. In all its Graveyard Keeperness. And same thing, just fit to match. For some reason, the display capture is not... It's supposed to capture the window itself and only the window. But yeah, I have the biggest pain with this. This is why I usually just do display capture. Because you can go borderless and you just capture the game itself. But yeah, there's that. Same thing. Bring it down below and we'll hide it. Now the next thing to have is the video capture device, which is your capture card. If you have one, the Elgato is what I got. So we're going to switch this. Or no, you want... Man, I keep screwing this up. You want to click Add New Source instead. And you can leave it as capture device. You can type in Elgato, whatever helps for you. Console, since basically that's what it's doing. And then you go to device. Now we don't want the webcam. Now we want the capture device. And it's going to bring it up. And it's already in use. I found out also, because I use the TV, that it does change your size. So like if this, when you go, oh my lord, I'm stuttering so freaking bad. When you go to your consoles, it's going to set the resolution type to your default television. So like this size right here worked out perfectly, but that's because it's set at a 1080p 720, or well, a 920 1080p resolution. So yeah, if it comes out as a weird wonky size and it's not fitting the screen here properly, just go to custom and play with your resolution and whatnot. Same thing with the capture device. Bring it down and put it right here with the others, all the way at the bottom. Now, if you want to switch from PC gaming to console gaming, or console gaming to PC gaming, you just got to click these little eyeballs to hide each application, because now see, the Elgato's on top of the display, but the display's unhidden, so you got to hide the Elgato. Pretty simple. So I think that is most of the basics of the stuff. Remember, you want to check out your Elgato volume. If your webcam has a built-in mic, it might use your webcam mic, so just hit a mute on that. Your alert box, you might want to turn down just a bit. You don't want to deafen your people who are watching. But yeah, just make sure you play with your volume mixer right here. Make sure you got your volume all nice and set. I think that is it for all that simplistic stuff. There's a nice little ending screen you can play with, and starting soon. Now, I showed off in my setup that I hand personally made my own little thing, and that is done on this right here called Gravit Designer. It's a free art program thing. You can make your own logos and stuff and play around and whatnot. That's what I did. So basically, you could just delete all this stuff right here and start from scratch by going here, click in New Source, click an image, add it. Now it's going to bring up all this because there's existing sources tied to this overlay. So you can bring in different logos or different images that the person who made this. If you like accidentally deleted stream starting and you're like, oh shit, I need that, where is it at? And you just go look for it and you click it, which honestly I don't know where it's at in this. Hey, look at that. It's right there, and I could have bit me. And you can bring that source back in, and boom, you've got it again. But you can add in your very own sources too. So you just go into here, go to add new source. You can change this. Okay, so this is going to be my starting soon page. Starting soon. I cannot spell. And you go to browse, and you go to your little nicely organized pictures. And I've organized them all into here, and there's my starting soon. And like I said, I pre-created this, so I already laid all this stuff out in all the text boxes, and put my own logo there and all that jazz with using Graphic Designer. Now, when you have this, notice the mixer. We only have our mic. We only have our desktop audio. Now, you don't want to go live with you talking in the background while people are like waiting for you to start your stream. So be sure to make sure you mute yourself. Now, if you mute yourself, be sure to make sure you unmute yourself before you start streaming. I'm not going to lie. I've had multiple streams where I'm like streaming 20 minutes in, and one of my followers is like, "Hey, Ludi, your mic's not on. Are you there?" So make sure your mic is muted or unmuted when you're streaming live, and muted when you're starting. Now, I already told you I had theme music. And basically, all you want to do is go here, go to Media Source, and add source. Basically, you can just type in, oh, this is my theme. Boom, add source. Browse. Make sure you have a non-licensed royalty-free music. Best way to get that is to go to YouTube. They have a library for content creators, tons of different music genres and types, and you can basically just choose what vibes with you or what you like and go with that song for a theme music. So basically, I'm just going to click my file that I use. Now, here's the thing. You want to click the loop, because I think that song there is only like a 1 minute 30-second song. So I want to make sure my song's looping. That way, if I'm actually a little late or something happened and, you know, I'm still tweeting out and I'm still getting things ready, the song keeps looping. That way, they don't hear nothingness after the song is done. And they're like, oh, wait, is he starting? Is it going to happen? You can mess with the speed. You can make the song slower. You can make it super fucking faster. But yeah, I mean, you don't really want to screw with it all too much. But yeah, and now there's your theme music. Keep in mind, now that you put your theme music in there, it's all the way to the max. So bring that bad puppy down a bit, because you don't want to bleed out their eardrums while they're waiting for you to start. I think that is almost everything I can go over for you. I'm trying to debate what else is there that I learned. Oh, settings. So, on the very bottom left hand corner, go to your settings. This is stuff that you're going to want to do before ever starting a stream. Now that you're all laid out, you've got everything looking snazzy, you're ready to go, all the devices are working, all the audio is working, there's some shit you gotta fuck with. You want to go to stream, make sure you're connected with your service and all that fun stuff. You want to go to your output. You want to make sure that your bit rate, I use 2500 bit rate, you can change that to whatever you want. I think it sets you right off the bat at 6500. The bit rate is basically I think it's your upload speed per second, and I think you can only max out to like 3 megabytes a second. of upload. I don't really know the specific details of it. Like I said, I'm not a true professional, and all that jazz. But yeah, you just want to make sure you're set at like 2,500, maybe 3,000. Just depends on how your internet is. And then you want to go to video, which I think mine is, yeah, mine's set at 720. You could set it at 1080 also. You set your frame rate. I set mine at this because for some reason when I've always set it at 60 frames a second, it gets messed up. And I set mine at 720 because I've noticed a lot of people have issues still with, because I think if you set at 1080p, I think like your 1080p is locked in, and there's some people who don't have the internet power to process 1080p. So I do 720. It works for me. But whatever you guys want to do, that's fine too. Just throwing it out there because I've had a lot of complaints about, oh, I can't watch your stream because my only option is 1080p. Some people's internet isn't as fast as yours, so keep that in mind. 720p should be a decent middle ground. If their internet is super freaking horrible, where they can't watch you at all, then there's not much you can do about it. Like I said, you can change all these to whatever you want. This is just what I have mine set to. Obviously, you don't want to run at 10 frames a second. It's going to be god-awful, skippy. 30 frames is your bare minimum for stream running. Let me see here. What else to discuss? Oh, when you do go live here, make sure you click this for optimize encoder settings. This makes sure that everything is running. It basically judges your internet connections and changes everything through. This is your game title. Just type in whatever you're playing. If you're playing I can't spell today. It brings up the song. It brings up the games and all that. It also has this share your stream, so it'll tweet for you too. I'm not a fan of it because I can't add images when I tweet, so I don't really use that, but you can use it if you want. If you have a Twitter account, it's very fast, then boom, you can go live and you're ready to go. Oh, there's tags too. There's tons of crazy tags, to be honest with you. But basically, if there's simplistic tags that you want, like if you want people backseat gaming, yes, but then you're like playing a game where you don't want to be spoiled, well, type in no backseat gaming. If you're trying to do something crazy like 100% clear, I already got it up there, but casual playthrough, all bosses, there's tons of tags. That way people know when they come to Twitch what exactly you're doing. This is especially, first playthrough, you never played this game before. Silly stuff like that. So just keep that in mind when you're putting in your tags. That way people know, like when they see your stream, when they're wanting to watch a Call of Duty stream, they're like, oh, he's doing a no damage run. Okay, let's check this out. Let's see how he goes. Just silly, simple stuff like that. Yeah, and you can also change your title up here if you haven't caught on. I'm trying to think what else we got here. The cloud bot, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, that's just... I think that's like link protection, stop people from putting links in your thing. Chat alerts. There's commands you can put in. There's a lot of stuff. Like, oh my lord. I feel like this is bad. I told my friend I would show him the best I can how I set up my Streamlabs because he was having trouble. And I'm just trying to make sure I have everything correct. But yeah, here's more stuff in the market. These are overlays, musics, just silly little tools that you can throw into your game. stat overlays for Apex, just simplistic little stuff and whatnot. Just keep in mind, if you don't have Prime, some of the stuff is locked out to you. So it's like Prime is kind of useful, but at the same time, it's like if you can validate paying $12 a month, cool, go for it. Because there's a lot of neat tools to fluff up your streaming and whatnot. But yeah, all this stuff is all locked in Prime. Alrighty. Well, that was a bit of a snore, and I do apologize, and quite a bit long. Didn't expect it to go that long. But I hope this was helpful for you. Uncanny, especially. I hope this helped, buddy. If you got any questions, please comment down below. Hopefully I can answer them when I can. I hope this helped. This is basically all the stuff that I taught myself how to do. There's tons of other tutorials out there, I promise you. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I'm a Twitch streamer. And so is my friend who I'm helping out. Our links will be in the description down below. So go give that a shout out. Give Uncanny a follow. Give me a follow. Check me out on Twitter. As you could tell. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else to talk about? I don't think so. So, that is all. Damn, about 40 minutes long. I do apologize for this lengthy tutorial how-to-ish video again. And we're going to end it at that. So thank you guys for joining. And hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.